Hi guys, welcome back to the fourth type of fractions word problems. In this video, I'm going to focus on the remainder concept, which is a very important concept for you to understand and master. Okay, now for remainder concept, we are not allowed to use common denominator. Why? Because the base is different. Okay, for example, in this question, Ahmad spent 1/3 of his money. So he spent 1/3 of his money on books and 2/5 of the remainder. So this is the clue of the remainder. So you can see the word remainder there. Okay, on toys. And then he had $30 left. So how much money did he have at first? So that is what the question asks us to find. How much money did he have at first? Okay, so there are basically two methods that you can use. One is the model drawing and the other one is branching. So I'm going to show you both methods. Let's start with the model drawing method. So let's say this is Ahmad's money. He spent 1/3 on books. So what must we do? Cut the model into three parts. So 1/3, we spend on books. Let me just write B for books. Now 2/5 of the remainder. So now 2/5 is of the remainder, and that is why we cannot change to the same denominator. If we change to the same denominator, that means 5 and 3, the same denominator is 15, right? That means we are cutting Ahmad's money into 15 parts. And that is wrong, because 2/5 is of the remainder. Here, we have remaining 2 units. Is it easy to cut into 5 parts? No. If it is half or 1/4, it's easy to cut the remainder into parts. But here it's 5. So what can we do? We can branch out. So we can use another model. So basically this is the remainder. So we can branch out the remainder and cut it into 5 parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and shade 2 parts for toys. So let me just put T as toys. So here you can see clearly that 1 unit on the top model and 1 unit in the bottom model, at the bottom model, is different size. So let's continue with the question. There's $30 left. So we know this is $30. So how many units is that? 3 units. So let's form the relationship. So 3 units is $30. 1 unit will be 30 divided by 10. 30 divided by 3, which is $10. So how much is the remainder? So the remainder is 5 units. So 5 units is $50. Now we know that the remainder is $50. But if you look at the top model, how many units is $50? It's actually 2 units. So if we are going to use units, we are going to be confused, because just now we use unit and 1 unit is $10. So my advice is use a different letter, or we can use is parts for the top one. So for the top model, 2 parts is $50, 1 part is $25. And if they ask us to find how much money did he have at first, then it will be 3 parts, which is $75. So that will be the answer. So this is how you use model drawing. So 2/5 of the remainder, you branch the remainder out and cut it into 5 parts. And then we use the units and parts method separately so that we are not confused. Which unit are we talking about? So now let's look at how we can use the branching method to combine the two models together. So basically what we want to find is part out of the whole. That means out of Ahmad's money, what fraction is used for books, what fraction is used for toys, and what fraction is left. So let's look at the branching method. So for branching method, let's say this is Ahmad's total money. This is Ahmad's total money. He spent 1/3 of his money on books. So we write 1/3 on the branch and label this as books. 2/5 of the remainder. So what we need to do is to find the fraction of the remainder, which is 1 whole minus 1/3. The sum of the branches must always be 1. Okay, so 1 whole minus 1/3, the remainder will be 2/3. And how much of the money is spent on toys? It's 2/5 of the remainder. So we branch out from the remainder. 2/5 of the remainder is spent on toys. So the rest is left. So left is 3 out of 5, because the total must be 1 whole. Okay. So now the idea of us using this method is for us to be able to combine. So let's say now I want total books, toys, and left. I want the fraction for each. How do I do that? Okay, so for the books, it is already 1/3 of the total, so I just write 1/3. Okay, for toys, it is 2/5 of the remainder. So what do I need to do? 2/5 of the remainder means 2/5 times 2/3. So that will give me 4 out of 15. Okay, 4 out of 15 of the total. And for left is 3/5 of the remainder. So 3/5 of 2/3 is 6 out of 15. So if we change them to the same denominator, so 1/3 is basically equals to, okay, 1/3 is basically equals to, out of 15, it will be 5 out of 15. So we check 5 plus 4, 9, 9 plus 6, 15 out of 15. So the total is 1 whole. Okay, so now we have the model cut into 3 parts. 5 units is for books, 4 units is for toys, and 6 units is for left. So $30 left, that means 6 units is equals to $30. So 1 unit is equals to $5. So how much money did he have at first? So altogether, he will have 15 units. So 15 times 5 is $75. Okay, so the answer is the same when you use the model method or the branching method. So whatever method that you find easier to understand, you may use them in during exam. Okay, so thank you for watching the remainder concept video. So the next video I'm going to talk about the equal fraction concept, or also known as the same numerator. See you. Thank you. Bye.